Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 and 2 of season 3 review of Proud Family Louder and Prouder. I am watching the rest of the season and I might rewatch them and rank the whole series so far. So let's just get started. So the season starts with them in Paris. Now, we don't see all of Penny's friends, we just see Dijonay, and the rest of them come back in like episode 3. So Oscar and Trudy are going to their hotel room and they're all lovey dovey. And Pretty's like, man, I miss when they would argue because, like, what is this? They over here like trying to get along with each other when they used to be arguing. So she's like, this is out of the ordinary. Disney sees some cute guys, of course, because that's what she's looking for. And Oscar, and then they're like, bonjour. And then Oscar's like, ain't no bonjouring up in here. And then Penny's like, bonjour means hello. And Oscar runs to an old flame, Betty Davis. They dated back in college. Betty and Oscar, like Oscar completely forgets that Trudy is there. All of a sudden he knows French. Like, where you know French from? And then Trudy is of course jealous. They met at the university. And yeah. And then Dejanay is all up in it. She's like has some popcorn next to her and she is just eating it all up. This whole conversation, even though this is none of her childlike business. Okay. Her daddy's still cheap. Like the food was like $400, and I guess his card might have got declined. I'm not really sure about that. And they decided to go see a movie. So Oscar's like, yeah, y'all can go ahead and see the movie. Just make sure you bring back my change because y'all know how he is. He's always pinching some pennies. Okay, child. And then they run into the little French boys again. And the little French boy steals Penny's bag. And then the other French boy go to get it back. Okay. And they're supposed to be going to the movies. They go to a concert. Then they go back to the hotel and they find that their parents checked out. Oh no. And then they find the Betty person. She basically tells Dejanay and Penny that they need to go back home. And turns out the two French boys, Fabrici, or whatever his name is, and this other boy, they were looking for some American girls, and some American girls with money. And now they don't have any. They broke, but I think they were there for a different reason, you know. And it was so funny when Dejanay had to like glue her hair. It's funny. And then she goes behind a pole and her whole look changes. Like she no longer looks like a nerd. No, she knows like it looks like a nerd. So then they follow her, and it's so far it's a very good episode to start the season. And Talia Rogue, like who is that? I think that's played by Naomi Campbell or somebody. But then I don't think it's not. I think it's like Sanaya Lathan or something like that. I'm not really sure who played her, but she looked like Naomi Campbell. That's the point I'm trying to make. And it's called The 100, and it's founded by supermodels, and I guess they help solve crimes or whatever. Meanwhile, her dad, Oscar, y'all know I hate that noise. I don't know, it just does something to my ear. I hate when chalk, cat, whatever on a board. Ooh, it just makes my ear irritated. Okay, and then they looking for a data chip, and then there's this weird girl with some boba. That's all you see her with is her boba, or is it a guy? And then the teenage boys from earlier are in it, like the French are in on it. The French boys are bad. And then Betty had the data, like when Betty hugged Oscar, she had the data put into them. Then and there in Nairobi, okay, Penny and Dejanay sneak away, and Dejanay like they go to some sandwich place or something, and they don't have any money. So Dejanay tried Oscar's dad's. Um, Dejanay tried Penny's dad Oscar's credit card got declined, and then she remembered Sugar Mama's, and Sugar Mama's like, "Man, is this some sort of scam? Somebody went into my credit card." Part two, episode 2. So Betty wants the key, right? And this guy, Colin, looks like he's 15, but he's actually older. It's like something going on with him. I can't really remember why. And then Dejanay actually finds the key. Then at one point, Betty and Oscar got kissed to get these things off of them, so they kiss. And Tree's like, "You better not like it." She had her eyes on. Like she wasn't playing. And then we're like, wait a minute, what happened to Dejanay? Why she's like on a Pandora bracelet as a chain? Oscar and Trudy are both claiming that they're doing eye exercise, like they turned their heads all the way around. Like he turned his eyes all the way around to turn look at the girl, and he turned his eyes all the way. I mean, she turned her eyes to look all the way at the guy. That ends up helping them. Like y'all were looking, okay, y'all were looking, y'all married, but y'all were looking. And Colin, like, he ages down like really fast, and they're on this boat. Oscar ends up eating his proud snacks. I don't know why he keeps trying to make his proud snacks happen, because they're just not happening. Like, it made him sick. He was farting. His stomach was hurting and everything. Okay. And the Zongarian people let them go. They find Dijonay. She tells a story. Like, basically, she was on the bracelet. She was talking about Sticky, and she kind of brought up, like, he left me for some girl named Deja, whatever. Like, still figured it out. I thought Sticky was never brought up again, but they brought him up again in this episode. And basically, she was getting on Lucy's nerves. This is the villain of this episode that's basically trying to find this key, or whatever, for whatever reason. And she was talking too much, and they let her go. And then she found the Zingarian people. And then, like, Oscar's like, "We found Dijonay. Let's go home." And Trudy's like, "No, we're not going home. We're gonna help find that cure for Colin. It's like a flower of eternal life, and it basically will age him back up and give him eternal life or whatever." And all the countries look very beautiful. They did very well in the artistry department. Lucy takes the flower, and Lucy, you don't got hands like Betty do. Oh, it's over there crying. Lucy got turned into a bobblehead. Colin turned into a baby, and Betty took the flower. It was very shisty. Like, she took the flower. Is Colin gonna die? Well, 1 week later, we see they're all back home. Oscar's still trying to make his proud snack, still made him sick. And then they got Rochelle, Alexa. Y'all know how much I love my Alexa. So they got Rochelle, and she's like, "Somebody's at the door." And then Colin is not a baby anymore. He's like mature. And it turns out, number one, Betty was there with the flower. Betty gets on her plane, and that's it. I love the episode. So far the season's really good. Like, the last season episode I just watched was the pageant one, where that lady was like, Dijonay's too dark skinned to be in this pageant, was really messed up, but it turned out to be a good episode in the end. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content. Oh, Feisty and Loud will be back probably next week or the week after that. I'm ready to come back. There's been a lot of stuff going on. RIP to Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband. I know that he treated her bad, but that is sad for her kids. And that is about it. I'll see you next time. Bye.